Hello friends, welcome to AQ by AS YouTube channel. This session is a part of our daily current affairs series. And in today's session, we are launching a new current affairs series and we have named it Transformative Reforms. Why Transformative Reforms? Because under this series, we will discuss the major reforms undertaken by the government in the recent times. So this series is going to be extremely important for you from your prelims as well as mains perspective. And in today's session, we'll discuss the reforms in fisheries sector. Predominantly, we'll focus on the recently launched scheme for the development of fisheries sector, and that scheme is Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. So let's get started. Let's talk about the reforms in fisheries sector. See, under the leadership, under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Modi, the government of India has come up with transformational reforms in fisheries sector. So many initiatives have been launched in the recent times. And what are those initiatives? Let's have a look at these initiatives. In 2015, Blue Revolution scheme was launched for realizing the potential of fisheries sector. So it was launched in 2015, Blue Revolution scheme. After this, a policy was launched. It was National Marine Fisheries Policy. So it was launched in 2017. And after that, in 2018, a fund was established for the development of infrastructure. And the name of this fund is Fisheries and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund. So it was launched in 2018. After that, in the same year, in the 2018, Kisan Credit Card Facility, it was extended to fish farmers. So it happened in 2018. And in 2018, an exclusive department of fisheries, it was established in 2018. And in 2019, a separate Ministry of Fisheries, it was established. But we have seen still there are some critical gaps in the value chain which need to be addressed. So, from production of fisheries to market, okay. So, from the production to market, this is the value chain, and there are some critical gaps. Issues related to infrastructure, market issues, so many issues are there, and these issues need to be addressed. So, special efforts were needed in order to address these critical gaps. That's why in 2020, this Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana it was launched. So it was launched as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So remember, it was launched in 2020 for the holistic, for the sustainable development of fisheries sector, and it will be implemented from 2020 to 2025. Okay. Now remember that we have some objectives under this scheme, and the first objective is that we will adopt the cluster based approach under this scheme. What do we mean by cluster based approach? It means the focus is going to be on collaborative actions. So all stakeholders will come together to ensure the sustainable development of fisheries sector. So this is going to be the approach, cluster or area based approach. Second, the focus is going to be on increasing the employment. So this is the second objective. And third, as we discussed, that in the value chain from production to market, there are so many critical gaps, and we will try to address these critical gaps under this scheme. Okay, now let's talk about the targets under this scheme. The most prominent target is to double the farmers' income, fish farmers' income, and the focus is going to be on enhancing the fish production also. Okay, and there are some other targets as well. Okay, you can read this slide in order to develop more idea. Now let's talk about the implementation. See, this scheme, it will be implemented by two components. It is an umbrella scheme and it will be implemented by two components: central sector scheme. So under central sector scheme, the entire cost will be borne by the central government. And the second component is centrally sponsored scheme. So under this component, central government and state governments, these will contribute. Okay, so this is how the implementation take place. Let me summarize the entire lecture for you. In 2020, this scheme was launched to address the critical gaps in value chain. And the focus under this scheme will be on sustainable and holistic development of fisheries sector. And remember, the focus, the main objective behind this scheme is to double the farmers' income, fish farmers' income, and it will be implemented as an umbrella scheme by two components: centrally sponsored scheme and central sector scheme. Okay, and you can download these notes. And if you have liked our initiative, you can subscribe our YouTube channel for more such videos. And I would like to know your comments, what you have to say about this new series. And we will come up with more reforms under this transformational reform series. So that's all for today's session. I'll see you in the next session soon. Bye bye. Thank you very much.